I had been having insecurities, lots of them. And broadly speaking, there are two types of personalities. Either you feel inferior or you feel superior. And there can be superiority on face and inferiority within. And there can be inferiority on face and superiority within. These are the strange phenomena. Sometimes a person acts superior, acts very confident, but deep down he is aware of his shortcomings and he feels inferior within, which is killing him. So, and then there is a person who does not act confident. However, deep inside he knows, okay, he can beat all of them. Just because he does not have that confidence to say something. For example, if he is in a class and knows the answer, he won't speak up. Just because there's a lack of confidence. There's a sort of insecurity that he may commit a mistake. But there is that innate confidence within that yes, I know. I am better. Now, let's take the face value of the feelings, whether the person feels inferior or superior. My dad always said that you should feel superior rather than inferior, because इस इसको superiority complex भी बोलते हैं. और I'll quote my dad, he will say, इंसान को एहसास कमतरी नहीं होना चाहिए. अपने आप को बाकी सबसे बेटर समझो, वो ज़्यादा बेटर है. और in a way I had started agreeing with him. In between, when I also started watching the videos, motivational videos, which tell you to do self-affirmations like I am confident, I am this, I am that. And they say that if you keep saying this thing to yourself, you are actually going to behave confident, you are going to change yourself. And my dad had a reason that superiority complex is better, because he feels that in inferiority complex people have lots of insecurities and they may end their lives. It may go to that extent. I had started, first of all, because I knew that I was not confident, I had an inferiority complex, and at the same time I did not have that knowledge which an inferior person can say. For example, if you take an example of that classroom, wherein a person knows the answer but he cannot say it just because of lack of confidence. And if I took myself, I was a person wherein I will not speak up, because not that I knew the answer, I didn't know the answer as well. I was not confident, I was not prepared properly. So when this thing piled up, I thought that okay, if I stay like this, I'm going to be useless. Number one, I don't have confidence to be with the people, to be with the groups I want to hang out with, to go to the places where I want to go. So I started working. I started doing one thing after another, trying to figure out what is my Jonah, what am I made for? Where am I better? After completion of my studies, my memory was not good. Our academics are memory based. They are based on memory. In a way, we have to memorize lessons and then we have to reproduce them during exams. Whosoever has a better memory is going to excel naturally in exams. The results are going to be better. Now, the other person who does not have a good memory has to struggle a lot, put in a lot of time, put in a lot of hard work in order to reach to some level of academic score. Lately, I've realized that memory is not the only criteria which should determine the person's strength. Yes, if a memory is good, a person can be good at many things. But then, if memory is not good, there can be other traits where a person can excel. So once I was done academically, I started exploring. I started trying my hands at playing different games and in that way I tried to do multiple things so that I can figure out where am I actually good at. And I realized that I had been lacking at multiple fronts on many things. Now that with this realization, I knew that okay, I had to develop rather than I don't have things naturally. I need to develop on writing, on reading, on speaking, and on drafting my cases. Now I had become a lawyer, not knowing how to draft, not knowing the format of things, of the suits, of the pleadings. So I started writing randomly. I started writing every day about my daily things. In the same way, I ended up in becoming a businessman, and I didn't know how the accounts work. So I had to learn what day book is, what is profit and loss, what is balance sheet, how is it made. I had studied management, but I had to relearn what is branding, what is marketing, and how is business developed. So there are so many things. Quote unquote, I'll say that after agreeing with my dad that superiority complex is better than inferiority complex, I have come full circle round back to the point one that inferiority complex is rather better. It actually makes you work because you feel underconfident, because you know that there are areas you need to work on. You tend to try, you tend to do something about it rather than killing yourself. Superiority complex creates a barrier wherein you self-affirm that okay, I know this thing, so I have to be confident. You go ahead and take things head on. Sometimes it works, maybe most of the times it works, but it leaves no room for improvement. You will always be having that confident mindset that I know things. You will represent yourself in that manner. But deep down there is a feeling you don't know anything. But you don't let that feeling prevail, which makes the things worse. You end up in having no skills. You rather monetize upon this thing or you leverage upon the confidence. Now the level of inferiority and superiority complex varies. That's how this world is made up of different types, groups, and different characteristics of people. So this podcast has gone a little longer than the usual. My alarm bell is ringing. I have to leave. I'm Sufi, logging off with the hope to see you again Take care of yourself and take care of those who take care of you. Thank you.